Booker High School in Sarasota is home to a visual and performing arts magnet program that attracts talented teens from throughout the region. But the students aren't the only ones looking to express themselves. Meet Booker Assistant Principal Greg Rumph.
I am working on a picture of Nina Simone. Obviously, she is a very famous jazz singer. What caught my eye with Nina is she has a very interesting face and a story. In researching her, I've come to find out that she was bipolar. So that fascinated me, and then I started really studying the lyrics of her work. I am Greg Rumph. I am an assistant principal at Booker High School over the Visual and Performing Arts Department, and I'm also an artist. It's things or people or events that resonates with me. When I was in college, I loved hip hop, so then that informed my work. As I got older, I went through my social kind of justice period. Now I would say I'm fairly into doing caricatures because some of my favorite artists are caricature artists. So that's fascinating me. So right now I'm working on series. I started with jazz musicians and now I'm doing movie villains. So it varies. It all depends on how much I'm into something. For the Nina Simone piece, it's a mixed media piece. It's mainly color pencils, acrylic, and it's a medium that's called Ultra Gel Medium Ultra. Basically, I take the gel medium and I water it down, mix it with paint, and I apply it with a brayer. And that gives the paper a sort of texture, and then I will use that texture with the color pencils to pick up, which will make skin look like skin.
You walk in our house and it's kind of like a gallery. It's interesting though when someone new comes in the house and they look at his work, people are amazed that he created it. Listening to him talk about his work, I get a sense of pride just listening to him and how he expresses himself in his work.
When I was a kid, my dad was a natural tile artist that he used to draw. He was actually really, really, really good. Of course, you look up to your father as a little kid, so I would start to copy whatever he drew, and I kept copying his things to the point where it became a hobby and a passion. I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it and nurtured it into a career. I graduated from Ringling College of Art and Design and focused on editorial illustration. I divvied and dabbled in graphic design, taught myself graphic design, and I ended up doing more graphic design than illustration. I was at home doing freelance. Just kind of, being I believe I was 22, 23 years old, got a phone call. And some folks knew that I did some art and asked me to come substitute. So I substituted. The kids grew on me, and then those things called, paychecks and benefits. But I think more so than anything, it's the kids. After about 2 or 3 weeks, you bond with the kids. They're calling you Mr. G or whatever, and you're cracking jokes, and it just became a passion. I get up at 4:45 in the morning. I'm at work by 6:30. I'm home on a good day, 4 o'clock. On a bad day, it could be 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So those days I obviously don't draw. It's hard, especially with I also have a 5-year-old. But if I don't have anything going on, I try to draw or paint every other day.
Oh, he'll stay up to 2, 3 in the morning working on a piece. It's ridiculous. It's hard to balance his art and being an assistant principal, and I think he has learned finally how to manage that, where he's still able to express himself in his work through art and still be able to function the next day.
Sometimes they collect dust. My wife doesn't like that around the house, or I'll put them up someplace, and now folks are starting to buy them. And now in my older age, checks and things, they're nice. I have a 5-year-old, he likes lots of toys. So, I can trade some dollars for some paintings.
What I love about Greg is that he shares his work with others and he teaches them. He takes the time to develop the skill of art. He researches his pieces. He researches different techniques, and also that educator piece of him where he shares what he has learned through his formal training and from just work. He willingly shares and teaches that with students. So it's kind of nice to just see the full circle of him as an artist and him as an educator.
Even to this day, like I'll go and do walkthroughs in classrooms, and I'll end up dropping my clipboard or wherever I'm writing my notes on, and then I'll start teaching kids. Hey, no, do this way, move this way, over here. Try doing it this way or whatever. So the teaching aspect has never left, and there's a sense of home when I'm in front of a kid teaching them the art. It's purpose. I think everybody has a purpose. And I think once folks find that purpose, it's your duty to kind of walk in that purpose, and then to bless others and to evoke emotions, or to have others see something in the work that they can relate to. Then if they take the work home, they can permanently relate to the work, which is cool. But it's satisfying. And it's a way that I can express myself and tell stories and give back.
You can see more of Greg Rumph's artwork on Instagram at RumphG. He's also on Facebook at GRumph II.